Hello everybody, it's Carl Norman, your garden guy, and today I'm absolutely excited to share with you my favorite gardening tips with eggs. Yes, let's get cracking. So before you get overexcited and jump into the garden with a bunch of eggshells, we need to do a few things to them to make sure they're safe for our garden and all the little creatures and pets that inhabit our gardens. So what you want to do is, as you can see here, I've got my eggs gathered up over the last 3-4 weeks or so, and I just stuck them on the windowsill. The wife hates it, trust me, but, well, I should say the girlfriend hates it. But you know, it's okay because I mean, we're upcycling, right? And our plants are gonna love us for it. So trust me, it's worth it. What we want to do is get all our eggshells in any sort of a baking tray, and then you don't want to waste energy, so don't put the oven on just for this. But after using it one evening or whatever, you know, after you've used the oven, pop them in there, shut them up, give them about 20-30 minutes or so, and that's going to harden those eggs up nicely, and it's going to get rid of any sort of bacteria or salmonella or whatever could be hiding in our eggshells. That's going to get rid of it, and it's going to make them ready for our garden. Oh, look at that. These dudes are ready. So finally outside with all my beautiful eggs, and now it's time for my first excellent tip. Grab your watering can. Whoop, see? Any watering can. Look at him there, beautiful. Okay, and into this guy goes 3 or 4, 5 or 6, a handful and a half of your eggshells, of your dried eggshells, right? Into this bad boy goes some lovely tap water. Woo, yeah. And you want to fill him up nicely, okay? We're going to fill him up all the way. So now we've got a full jug of water with some eggshells. What does that really mean? Well, what it means is we're going to have some beautiful calcium water to throw over our little plants. Yes, that's what happens. All of the calcium, or a lot of it, leaches right out of these eggshells and into your water. And you'll actually see the color of the water changes. Give it 2 or 3 days or so, and that's beautiful medicine water for all your indoor plants or all little plants in pots, even some in the garden beds. You give them some of that stuff and they're going to jump right up and look beautiful because they get a nice little calcium kick. Hey, that's tip number 1. My next exciting gardening tip is using all your little half shells, sort of the half whole shells, if I can put it that way. So you're going to be putting your half eggshells back into the little cardboard, just excuse the guy next door, back into your cardboard box or your cardboard egg holder, right? All the little half ones, as many as you like. We're going to pop them right back into where they came from. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to do a few for now. And look at that. Beautiful, aren't they? Okay, now, my guy, now what we're going to do is fill them up with some beautiful seedling mixture. Hey, oh, let's check the cupboard quickly. Here we go. Here's our favorite little seedling mix. This one again from Colterra. So I'm just going to get some of the seedling mix here so we can use it easier. There we go. Get the bag back in the cupboard. Okay, nice. Now, come look here real close, quickly. There we go. Come have a look at this. Oh, aren't they beautiful already? Jeez, I don't even have any plants in them. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is just fill them up, a handful or so of our pre-mixed germination soil mixture. Yeah? Okay, look at that. Okay, let's get these dudes aside. Now, luckily I've got 2 of these, yep. So I'll just take them across. Boom, boom. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, get this aside. That's it. Now, as always, you want to water in really well. Let's do that here quickly. Our eggs are watered in nicely. Now, it's time to sow some seed. Now, I've got some lovely friends at Kirchhoff's Seeds. They gave me a bunch of veggies for the winter, and yeah, boy, you know it, I'm busy sowing them right now. So I think I'm going to be doing some beetroots because you can't get enough of this stuff, and you know what? The calcium is really good for root growth. Now, I'm just going to open it up along the top here. And then you're going to start planting them. What? What? Oh, yeah. Drainage, dude. These guys are going to get rotten in that whole eggshell. Seriously. Yes. Luckily, I thought of it. Haha. We got a little screwdriver, trusty screwdriver. So what's going to happen? Each little eggshell, boom, right through the bottom, all the way through. Why? So we don't build up a pocket of water that's going to rot our seeds while they germinate. Okay, we need good drainage, always. Right, there we go, beautiful. So what's really nice about doing it with a screwdriver, and as you'll see I've done it with the soil already in, is that you get to sow the little seeds right into the hole you just made. Isn't that beautiful? You've already got a little pocket. Slide in three or four little seeds into each little eggshell. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Now what's going to happen is all our little seeds are going to come up nicely. Each is a little eggshell. As he slowly matures into a little seedling, this little eggshell is going to be slowly feeding him some calcium, which is terrific for a young little plant. And then as soon as they get too big for the eggshell, you're going to lift it out, and this is nice and brittle. And just before you put him in the planting hole, you're going to dig a little hole where you want to plant him. You're going to crush the egg and then put the plant into the hole and firm it down. And I tell you, you're going to be feeding that guy calcium for the first year at least of its life. Eggshells take very long to break down, and all that time it slowly releases calcium for that plant to then eat it up. So that's my egg tip number 2. So now it's time to add all your little crispy eggs. They've been baked up. We know they're clean. We know they're sterile. You're going to squeeze them all into a little blender. Now you can use a coffee grinder, you can use a plastic bag with a rolling pin. You can get your kids to jump on them, find a way to crush your eggshells. Okay, that's all you really want, is crushed eggshells. Now, let's get a lid on here. That's it, this dude makes quick work of them. And look at that. Oh, I've got some eggshell powder ready for the garden. We'll talk about that just now. Remainder of my eggshells, and I'm going to crush them as well, but not nearly as fine as the previous one with the blender. Okay, so we're sort of looking for sort of this size in eggshell sizes. I don't know how to bloody describe that. What's it, a centimeter square? I'll just manually crush them. So sort of about that size. Okay, so don't grind them excessively. Okay, so my excellent gardening tip number 3 is using your spent or ground eggshells in your planting holes when you're planting new plants. Yes, I'm busy with the rosemary over here, and what I'm going to do is just come have a look a bit closer quickly. So all I'm doing is put a little bit of it at the bottom of the planting hole and mixing it in. Beautiful. What's nice about adding eggshells to your planting holes is that eggshells contain a lot of calcium, and you'll see a lot of calcium in bone meal as well, and many of you will know bone meal is also really great to add to any planting hole. So a great little tip, get out there, use your eggshells when you're planting all your herbs, vegetables, perennials, doesn't matter. It helps any plant improve the cell walls of their cells. So tip number 3, use eggshells when you're planting. Tip number 4, spread eggshells along your plants to keep the slugs and snails at bay. So I'm in the garden again here amongst my lettuce, as you can see, and what loves these little dudes is slugs and snails, those gooey buggers. They love coming up and chowing all these little saplings of the young lettuce plants while they're soft and sweet. And what we want to do is get rid of them. I don't want them near you. And the best way to do that is to shell out some eggshells amongst your lettuce plants. And the theory is that the texture of the eggshells around the plant are of such a gritty nature that snails don't enjoy it. They don't like walking over it. There's an exhausting debate online whether this tip actually works or not. Some people say eggshells repel snails, some people say it doesn't. So let's give it a try and see what happens. Now for this, it's really important to use the larger eggshells, because if you use a fine eggshell powder, of course, the texture won't do anything to the snails. Tip number 5 for crushed eggshells in your garden is add them to the compost heap or the worm farm. Oh yes, all these little worms and little microbacteria, they love this stuff. They need that calcium as much as you and I do. So add it to your worm farm, and they're gonna go ahead. You see what happens is, this stuff isn't plant ready. The calcium in your eggshells can't be taken up by your plants immediately. It needs to go through a process. And these little organisms in your compost heap, in your worm farm, they complete that cycle and make the calcium in your eggshells available so your plants can take up those nutrients and use it. So, very, very important, and also for the health of those organisms, and especially the worms. Every worm farm can do with a handful of crushed eggshells. Why? Because it helps them reproduce. So you get more worms, which means you get more castings, which means you get more food for your garden. So, eggshells in the compost heap, in the worm bin, give it a go. So those have been my 5 excellent gardening tips. So next time, you take the egg challenge, save the shell and forget the egg. Thank you for your time. I've been Carl Moorman, your garden guy. Until next time, happy gardening, and I hope you have a lovely day.